Ridge runner blades, sharp and true, forged in the heart, fresh as dew. Buy one today, bring home the past, a piece of heritage made to last.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. And we were supposed to have Mr. Flowers here with us, but he hasn't showed up yet. So he could show up a little bit later. He's so world renowned that must be busy. He's busy negotiating trade agreements with somewhere in South America, probably. So we will see. We will see if he shows. So, how's everybody doing today? Good. So, yeah, I have all this Condor to talk about. And so much Condor. Let's see here. I'm going to kind of sort through it here. He is late to his own party. But that's all right. That's all right. We can still look at knives. And we can just give him hell later. How's that? We can just make fun of him mercilessly, I would say. Everybody ready for Friday night? Ready for Friday? Let's see. Check my text here. Yep. He's MIA. So, hope he's okay. He might just be running behind. Oh, that's one I was definitely want to look at. Super cool knife. Brought out a lot of stuff that I have not had on the live stream. He is making a router. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. He's probably found some weird spider somewhere. And he is playing with it. It's more like something Joe would be doing. It is more like something he would be doing. So we'll give him a few minutes, see if he hops in. I'll send him the link. Taylor, if you're in here, if you don't know another better way to get a hold of him besides his cell phone. Oh, Battle Chemist has the question of the day. I'm ready to go get dinner. Haven't had it yet. I'm torn between leftover noodles and going for some commercial barbecue. Well, there you go. That's the question of the day. That is the question of the day. Oh, Mr. Landfill got his order today. Oh, that's fun. I like when people get their orders. I brought out one of his latest designs that literally just came to the store. Oop. Literally. Yeah, tell him. Maybe you're on his not ignore list. Tell him to look in his email. In his email, I sent him the link. If not, Taylor, you're just going to have to sub in for him, so get ready. Oh, I'm really excited about this. This is nice. I'm literally getting to see it for the first time, too. So this is really cool. There's Tony Baloney. Tony Baloney's in the chat. I just keep checking. I'm trying to give him just a few minutes. We'll just chit-chat. Taylor's on the nice list with Joe. So he hasn't read the last few messages I've sent him. So he could have got, I had to reorder stickers, Battle. I was getting low. Low. Man, I like this knife. Pretty impressive. So we'll wait to hear back. We'll wait to hear back from Taylor. Give it a few minutes here. Anybody had any nice knife purchases this week? Got anything cool in? Let's see here. Let's see here. And in all fairness, Joe just got back from Trinidad like yesterday, so he didn't answer. Well, there you go. He didn't answer me either. So we're just going to say he's MIA for today. So there's your Radio Made Easy, the purveyor of all things radio. All right, Taylor, get your charger out. You're gonna have to sub in for him. I'm just kidding. If you don't want to, that's fine. All right. Well, I'm really excited about this one. This is a brand new design from Joe. I wish Joe was behind the box of Condors, but he's not. He is not. So Joe is MIA. He's probably in the jungle somewhere. Yeah, I already done it to you today, Old at Heart. Let's see here. All right. Let's just take a look at it. I don't think Joe's going to show. All right. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to update these titles real quick with let's see here. Since Joe is not going to be here, well, I think I can do it from my iPad. We will do it from my iPad. Let's see here. I've got some really cool stuff from Joe that we'll go ahead and dig into. I just need to update this so people don't come looking for Joe. Sorry if you came looking for Joe and Joe is not here. I'm sure we'll have him on. All right, let's go log in here. There we go. Enter studio. There's Mr. Yukon himself. Jacob is in the house. I'm deleting him. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Come on. There we go. Oh, what was that? Nope, that was just me. Okay. Update titles. Okay. Where's my keyboard? There it is. Tell you what, doing stuff on an iPad sometimes. So, and he may show. He might just be at dinner or something. All right, there we go. Titles are changed. That's all we needed. That's all we needed to do. All right, let's dig into this. Why don't we? Yellow. All right, titles are changed. We're going to dig into some Condor. And we're going to start with a brand new design called the Bush Lore Mini. Look at this little guy. Is that not just cool as heck? Awesome little Scandi grind wood handled knife. Look at that. And dude, guys, this thing is like $50. Okay. It is like 50 buckaroos. Super cheap. Comes with a very, very, very nice leather sheath. Look at this. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. Look at that. It's called the Mini Bush Lore. Look at that. Adam coming in clutch with a link there in the chat. Look at that. Is that not cool? I love this thing. That is a cool little setup right there, guys. All handmade sheath, all handmade. These are all made right in El Salvador, designed by Mr. Flowers. Gosh, this thing is sharp. It's a nice little thin Scandi grind. Look at that. It's very slicey. Look at that. That's pretty slick. Pretty slick, if I do say so myself. Look at that wood on there. I like this knife. Fits in your hand. It's really, I mean, it's a full 4-finger grip. You ain't got much to spare there. But man, nothing but mods in here tonight, hey? There can't be just mods in here because there's 20-some people watching between here and Facebook. So if you guys are over on Facebook and you want to join in more of a conversation, head over to YouTube. There's lots more guys in over on YouTube. Look at that. All right. Let's go to the next one. I have, oh yeah. So I got 2 here. One of these you've already seen. Maybe you've already bought it. I don't know. Look at this. Look at this. This is the little Otzi. Just got another shipment of these guys in. And these things have become popular, man. Everybody that gets these loves them. It's the Iceman knife, right? Who doesn't like an Iceman knife? Look at this. All right. Top camera. Look at that. Isn't that cool? We're looking at little knives to begin with. Look at that. What's up, Andy? What's up, my friend? The little Otzi. You got it. This is made off of the knife found on the Iceman. I love this texturing. Look at this. This thing's like $60-some, guys. This is not something that's going to break the bank. These sheets come just a little squished in the box. Look at that. Isn't that the coolest little neck knife you ever seen? Look at that. Look at that. Nice. All handmade. Look at the wrapping. I mean, you guys may have seen this before, but look at that. Whoop. No. Focus. Focus. There we go. Look at that. All hand done there. That's real, like, copper wire, brass wire. It's like brass cordage. Yeah. Look at that. Is that not cool? 60-some little dollar knife with a cool story. And who doesn't love a cool story? But I kind of got its big brother here. Look at this. This is called the Cavalier. And I just got these in. $9.40 getting used. Tell you what, they know how to wrap these things up, that's for sure. These are fresh out of the box, guys. Look at this. So this is the big boy. This is called the Cavalier. Let's see, it's Cavelore. Look at this. Nice, like, lanyard coming off the end there. Same brass cordage on this knife. Same type of wood on the handles. That kind of unfinished handle. Look at that. Look at that. I love this knife. And it's under $100, I know for sure. It's got to be. I think it is. Is it under? What was the price? Let me take a look. I can't remember. Cavalier. Look at that. Is that not cool? That's the same. Comes with the same style sheath as the Otzi, except it's a belt sheath with a little dangler on it, which is the way I like to carry. Same style sheath. So you look, you have the little guy and you got the big guy. Look at that. Is that not cool? It's like a little set. Both of these are designs by Joe. Just checking on Joe here. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. I love that texturing. We'll break out the Otzi side by side here too. Look at this. This is not the coolest little combo you've ever seen. And the Scandi grind on this ain't no joke, guys. Super, super slicey. I love the way it kind of goes from that rock texture into the grind. It's pretty slick. It is a nice little set. Look at that. Nice little leather lanyard on there. I would probably shorten that up, put a bead on it. You know, shorten it up to like right here. A nice bead or something on it would be really cool. I like this knife though. Just got these in. Love. I've had this knife in before, but it's just this is one knife that online that sells really, really good. I mean, it's a heck of a knife. All $10.95, I believe. So, yeah. That's it. The Cavalier 2-in-1 sheath. That would be kind of cool. But this one's kind of designed to be a neck knife. I don't know that I'd want them in the same sheath because kind of limits your purpose. Because this one's really just this is meant to be a little neck knife. And let's see here. Yes, make sure I get everything in the right boxes. That's a terrible surprise later when you have knives in the wrong box. Yeah. So I do. Yeah. Hold that thought there, Battle. Hold that thought. We may go. I have one more. I'm not going to go through all these. I'm going to wait for Joe because I'm sure we'll get him on here at some point. Probably maybe not tonight, but let's see. Yeah, this one. So camp kitchens. That's always something, you know, finding a knife that you can do camp work with, but also do slicing with. Check out this guy. This is called the Nulu Julu. Starts with a K. Nulu Julu. Wood handle. Very, very slicey knife. I love this knife. You can do all your like camp chef work with it. You can do a little camp, you know, if you need to do some little bit of woodwork with it, totally can do it. This one is actually stainless as well. It is not 1095. It is 440C stainless. So not going to have to worry so much about this one rusting like carbon steel. I would still take really good care of it because like any steel will rust unless it's that dreaded magnet cut. But this guy will hold up really, really well. And it's just a really nice, it comes in a super nice sheath too. There it is. Adam is coming in clutch tonight. Look at that. This is a fantastic little blade for your like camp kitchen, and it's very, very reasonably priced. Don't mind my fingerprints all over it because I've taken this one. But very, very. So he designed this one. This is another one of Joe's designs. Really, really designed around the camp kitchen. But you can also do other stuff with it. I mean, it's a really cool knife. And I mean, it's got this super awesome leather sheath. So, I mean, you can carry this as an only knife for sure, camping. It's going to hold up really, really well. But it's really, really good with some like camp kitchen work. And that's one thing, you know, a lot of things you're trying to compromise with the knife. At least I am. Like, okay, is it going to be good in the kitchen? You know, slicing up food. I mean, sure, knife is going to knife. But I think that is a fantastic little addition to any. And the nice thing about it, I like that this knife is stainless because it's a little more, you know, friendly to water and that kind of stuff. You're not going to have to worry about it. Like, oh shoot, I forgot to wash that off last night. It's going to be rusted in the morning. You know, it's a little more friendly to that. All right, let's look. I'm going to hold these. We'll hold all these, and we're going to look at a couple big blades. Oh yeah. Look at this. So this is another brand new design out. I do have one of the Condor cleavers, and it's a great. It doesn't come with a sheath like that. The cleaver is something I'm going to use in my kitchen at home, probably. or stick in my trailer. Yeah, the Wicked Edge sharpeners are slick. So this guy is called. It's called the Trade Deo Dagger. I probably did not say that correctly, but look at this. Is that not cool as heck? It's like some sort of gladiator, like, but it's actually a 1700s trade knife. So this is very similar. This is what they would have been carrying in the 1700s, probably. It's called a trade dagger. And if you really want to know the history on a lot of that style of this style of knife, Taylor at Taylor Grinds or Black Feather Designs is going to be. He can shed a ton of light on this thing, on the design and where it came from. He's kind of my knife historian, but this is a straight up like 1700s trade dagger. I think it's super cool. I mean, I think it's slick. Comes in a really slick case. Well, hang in there, Justin. We're getting ready to dig into them. No, you just need a fur coat to rock this. This is a 1700s trade dagger. So, but you could rock chain armor. I mean, I'm not against it. Are you against it? I like. Who doesn't want armor? But I love this knife. Super cool blade. Let's get one side dull, go to the other. Right. And let's see here. We're gonna get into some of the big stuff. How about a couple kukris first? Let's see here. I know I brought two kukris. Nope, there is machete. Yeah, Justin, if you want a machete, here it is. That's right. You need some leather, some fur. This one just came in as well. So this is the big boy kukri, all right? This is what they call, this is one of Joe's designs. It's called the King Kukri. All right, get that open. It's a big honkin'. You'll notice it's got a little bit of oil and stuff on it. That right there, my friends, is a knife. That's the biggest kukri that they make. It's called the King Kukri. These things are extremely sharp, but super useful, right? When we get Joe on here, he'll dig into the design and everything. It's got these big, huge folders in there, I guess, to take a little bit of weight out of the blade. Still very forward heavy, right? Like it's supposed to be. Kukris are, I think, one of the most unutilized things. I hate to say unutilized, but us in America really don't use these like we should. These things are in like the Appalachia climate way more conducive. Like you should have this as a big blade or a machete, like in our type of environment. Way better for going through the woods. I use stuff like this to clean fence lines off with. It's super handy and very, very effective. This thing does come with another super nice leather sheath. I love these things. You could do that to some animals, DH, if you would like. Look at this sheath. That's a nice looking rig right there. That's a nice looking rig. Wood handle all blacked out. I like it. It's very, very cool. It is the thing you need to clear kudzu with, or just briars, sticks, trees, whatever gets in your way, right? All right, let me stick it back in the box. I might just show a couple machetes. Another cool machete here. This is probably one of the best-selling machetes that I've had. Oh, good. This one's unwrapped. This is called the Terrachete, and it comes in like multiple colors. A very nice propylene, whatever you call it, sheath. Very tough very tough, like Codex, really, I guess. Not Codex, but it's like a really thick. This comes in like 4 different colors. One thing I like about this guy, very nice length on the machete. You got that like center point. You got the center line all the way through. So you can really get out there. You got a couple different like ways you can hold this thing. You can even pinch grip this. And a cool thing about it is it's got this like Scandi grind right up here, and it's unsharpened right behind it. So it's really a lot safer to get if you're wanting to do some fine work with it with this Scandi grind. You can really still get up on the blade and really do some work. Matching sheath. This thing comes in at like $60. You got a crusher on the end. And I'd say that looks like Godzilla to me. They don't market that as Godzilla, but that's Godzilla. So, this is called the Terrachetti. Incredible value, I think. Fantastic feeling handle. It's got really, really grippy. But if you want a machete, you don't want to spend a ton of money, but you want something pretty nice. The Terrachetti is where it's at. It's very, very, very nice knife. I like this sheath too. He says he uses the sheath as a paddle sometimes. So a couple of different, things there you could do it. I like these attachment points on this thing. If you want to put a nice bag or a little pouch or something on it, be pretty cool. I like it. Well, my friends, I think I'm going to stop the stream here tonight. I plan to go over these knives with Joe, and I don't want to just go through them and not give them, kind of what they deserve. I'll tell you what we could do. Any of you mods up for jumping in the live stream right now? Any of you mods? I can hold up to 9 of you. I can hold up to 9 of you. So much disappointment, but we can do a little 30-minute hangout with the mods. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Hold on. Just give me a sec. Just give me a sec here. I need to do something. All right. All you mods should be. So there can be up to 9 of you. So I just want to tell you, keep it clean. This is a family stream. Let's keep her clean. Don't mind a slip up here and there, but let's keep it clean. I have no way to press enter. Hold on. Bear with me. I don't have a keyboard on this table. Oh, come on. All right, mods in the signal chat. There's a link. There is a link in the signal chat. Hop in there. If you want to hop on the live stream, now's your chance. We'll hang out, talk about knives for 30 minutes or so, do a little hangout. There's your chance. Come on in. If you want. As if you want. You don't have to. You don't have to. But it's there if you want. Just click that link, type your name in, and give it your camera. Please use horizontal view if you can. We'll do a little hangout. Talk about knives. What you like about knives. kind of surprised, like jumping everybody on this. So nobody may want to, and that's okay. We'll give it a couple minutes. Give it a couple minutes. We'll give it a couple minutes. But yeah, I love this Terschetti. This thing is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I like it a lot. It's a big old knife. Big old knife. Oh, we have one brave soul joining the chat here.
Probably know the least amount of knives. Well,
You own the least amount of knives?
probably.
I don't know. You probably own more than Overton. Wouldn't you say?
Maybe right now, once a shipment comes in.
Yeah. Yep. What you been into today? What you carrying?
Working, carrying.
Yeah.
Benchmade.
A Benchmade 940. I've got one right here. Mine is one of those REI exclusives that they did. It's like it's like G10 handles with just like purple backspacers. It's not aluminum.
Ooh.
I got it years ago because I had a bunch of REI points I needed to get rid of. And so I guess nobody else wanted to jump in. I figured they would.
I thought there'd be quite a few people in here by the time you got here.
I know.
Battle says I got more kids than knives. Yeah,
got more kids than you do. That would be hard. That would be a hard one for anybody to pass. You got Father Abraham in the chat tonight.
But household wise, I think I have my 4 oldest all have their own knives. So I'm doing that part right.
So Old at Heart says he's trying to get in. Come on, Yukon, get in here. You got the link. Everton's got the link. Hop in. I guess my threat. It wasn't a threat. I don't care about it. Oh, we got Steven saying he's carrying a Spyderco and a Leatherman. What Spyderco? That's like saying you drive a Ford. You bet. Fire Creek wants to hop in. Let's let me Far Creek. Let me send that to you. We'll do a little hangout.
Spyderco is my backup.
I love Spyderco stuff, man. Come on.
I think I wore off the name on this one. Here it is. Oh, Persistence. It's a cheap one.
Let me see here. I've got to get me a wireless keyboard because I am very, very handicapped by not having a all right, I'm gonna reply to this email. Sorry, Elijah. There we go. Sent.
Logitech makes a good wireless keyboard.
But they do. I know. I don't own. Oh, somebody just blunged. Let's see. Oh, shoot.
I blunged.
Of course.
Here I am.
There you are.
What's good?
You needed a couple more knives to outpace my children, right?
It's a fact. Always. It's a slippery slope, man. It's a slippery slope.
Tell me about it.
Tell you that. Yeah, tell me about
Yeah, he's definitely got the knives.
Yeah, I got a lot. I got a lot from like 10 years ago that's in a bag somewhere that I haven't even touched for anyone to see. I gotta
Well,
get them back out to fondle them.
let's see.
Perfect. Adam said he's not with this shipment. What'd you get?
He's got one on order right now.
Just
I
one?
know with Taylor Grinds. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of those Pisgas, I think.
You got a Pisgah inbound with handles he picked out, and I know it's well on the way too because Taylor said he just got through. He's been grinding all those knives right now. Oh, we got somebody else belonged. Let's see, who is it? Oh man,
I think I got a couple
There
of
we go.
axes away.
there's
What's
Old at
that?
Heart. Old at Heart, what are you carrying today?
Hold it heart.
Well, just around me. Let's see. Microtech.
Oh,
Pair of 3. What else?
And I know it's well on the way too because oh, I hear myself.
We got an echo.
Who's
Cody?
Oh, we got somebody else belonged. Let's see.
Not me. It's Fire Creek.
Oh man.
Fire Creek.
Oh, we hear the stream. We hear the stream, Fire Creek. The
Howdy.
echo.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Super unprofessional.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Got a primitive woodsman. Oh yeah, show that thing again. I bet a lot of people have never seen this thing. Look at this.
Oh, wow. I think several million people have actually, but to be honest,
Yeah.
that is an
I-
Emerson from 06 before they were selling to the civilian market. It's a Commander. Was Ernie Emerson himself picked up 11 of them and went over to, oh God, I can't remember the guy's name. Shot, but he does a scale release.
Yeah, he's the only guy that does. He's a super
His
famous
son-
guy. What's his name?
Son kept it up for Volatin, Butch Volatin.
That's right.
That's the releasing mechanism for the Knife
It's really cool.
auto, and it's really cool. You win so many beers with it because I think I got good enough light here. I can show you that
You can't tell.
there's nothing to see in there. There's no mechanism. Well, I should say when it's not deployed automatically, because you can deploy it just regularly.
Oh, so you can use it regularly.
Yeah, of course.
Oh wow.
There's no mechanism to be seen, and there's no buttons or anything, and you win all the beers in the world with it.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It's
Oh.
probably maybe 1,000 beers.
That's a lot of beers. we have some let's see. We've got some here we go. And when Fire Creek gets back, he could probably help answer this. Speaking of kids and knives, buying knives to pass down to them years later, what would you all recommend for as a safe, longer-term storage option? Wax, anything else? I don't know, Fire Creek, you could probably jump in on that question pretty easy. But what I have done with old cases in the past was an I used it was like a roll, like a microfiber roll. It would hold oil. And I just put a little bit of oil in it and roll them up. That's what I used for a lot of old cases, but probably wasn't the right way to do it.
Cosmoline.
Cosmoline. No.
It's passed down to them years later. What?
If you're wanting to store something long term.
Yeah, how to store it. He
Yeah.
was asking which canifes to buy.
Well, don't store it in a sheath. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
Don't store. That's a very good point. It's if you'll notice any type of leather, like especially leather sheath, if you try to store a knife in it long term, it's going to soak every bit of moisture out of the handle, so your handle will become discolored. Micarta, it's not a big deal because you just rub a little bit more oil on it and it goes right back to new. But some knives, it could really screw it up if you leave it in there a long time.
Yeah. Also, the tanning acids or whatever they use to tan it are going to react with the steel and or brass. That's a big one.
Yep.
want to preserve the sheath as well, so just leave the whole thing in a jar of oil.
You just dip the whole
Right.
thing. Yeah, but I don't know what kind of. I mean, just use like any type of oil, 3-in-1 oil, whatever you want to use. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Does not matter.
The best
Let's
knife
see.
storage story that I've heard is a guy he had like a buffalo horn handle on his knife, and he had it in a safe, but some kind of
Oh.
moth or something got in there and ate his handle. There's holes
A
in it.
moth?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of. It's a boring beetle or something like that, but a moth, whatever. It's some kind
Did
of.
it do a cool design? Value
Not
added.
really. No, it just looked like
Fill it back in with
something
epoxy.
was, yeah, you'd have to. Yeah,
Blue lightning epoxy.
yeah, turquoise.
We have one of Yukon's viewers over here. He says redirected from Yukon. Wanted to know if we have any thoughts on the Cybertruck bomber fella. He blew himself up, or
Vaguely.
whatever.
Or
I
did
think he
he?
was dead
I heard,
before.
I heard he shot himself before he blew it up.
Oh yeah.
I
Well,
think
I mean,
he
that's
was
the right
dead
way, right?
before, and the truck drives itself. So
Oh.
Officially, they said the truck wasn't using that feature. So
But it got blew up.
They would.
they also went straight into his apartment like hours later.
Oh. Well, they're probably.
they
Well,
really
there you
want
go.
us to pay attention to all that, don't they?
To be fair, that is probably the thing to do with a Cybertruck. If you do
Yeah.
have one, blow it
Yeah.
up. Just probably
Yeah.
in that manner.
The best ad for a Cybertruck there could be.
Yeah.
No publicity is bad publicity.
No, like he blew it up and it's fine. It just blew out the glass.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I don't know how to watch the news.
Did it blow out? I didn't look at it.
Well,
it's bulletproof
it,
truck. so.
Elon Musk pointed out that it contained the blast so that the lobby doors didn't even get broken. So apparently that was not the truck to pick for that purpose.
Oh, DH
But-
brings in a point. He's still alive. It was a fake death.
Oh, shit.
He's with
There you
Elvis
go.
somewhere now.
He was actually
Elvis.
never there. He's my neighbor. Can't fool me.
That's
Can't fool
probably
me.
you.
Oh, but think about it. Like a self-driving car that you could plant a bomb in. That's perfect.
It's pretty great, though. We do have drones now, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, they want you to think it was a purely political thing, having the Elon Musk truck in front of a Trump tower. So
it is pretty wild. Wasn't there something special about the guy? Wasn't he some kind of famous guy or something?
He was supposedly a special ops guy in the military.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's already photos out there with him shooting courses with Tim Kennedy.
Cyber Tesla truck driver struggled with mental health. No way.
No way.
What kind of programs was he a part of when he was in the service? I always wondered that question myself.
Well, he said he was brainwashed by the government in some of his
Well,
posts
yeah.
that he had made.
Did he go to
Oh,
boot?
Nobody.
He
would
went through
do
boot
that.
camp, so
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we know. Welcome to the deal.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of the objective, right?
Yes.
but it is interesting how I guess he could have a timer, but how would you blow yourself up after you shot yourself unless you had like a timer?
You probably-
Highly decorated. Okay.
Dead man switch.
What's
Highly decorated. He's a green beret is what Yukon says.
He's a green beret, huh?
Supposedly he was a drone pilot.
There you go.
So the guys that were living in their mom's basement weren't working out for ops, so they had to pick somebody else. Like the last.
Yeah.
Again, he hung out with Tim Kennedy, so there you
You
go.
a guy for your country today, son.
I mean, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Like
There you go.
yeah. See, Cosmolini.
Cosmoline for everything. Cosmoline for anything.
I got some Cosmoline from the 30s.
That stuff is disgusting. It's almost as bad as Ballistol.
the right amount. Ballistol is a
Way
funny.
worse than Ballistol.
Yeah, Ballistol, that grows on you. It's
It
kinda
does
like,
not grow on you.
oh yeah,
It does
you just
not
gotta
grow.
expose
This stuff
yourself
is
to it enough.
disgusting.
Grows on or seeps in? Which one?
Both. It has to do the latter to do the
I-
former. Yeah.
I'm no listen.
It's a lot like meth.
We have battle chemists in here, but there has to be a way to make that stuff smell better. It is so disgusting. It will not leave. I tried to clean a Microtech out with it the other day. Not a good idea. That thing
With
will not.
Cosmoline?
No, with
Ballast
Ballistol.
salt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's disgusting. That stuff is so disgusting.
Yeah, just get a couple just soak a couple like ear foamies in Ballistol for a couple days, and then just like stick them in your nose for a few days, and then you'll love the smell.
You love the smell.
It's just an exposure issue.
I
I spelled
cereal.
You just have to desensitize your olfactory bulb, and you'll be good to go.
Yes, exactly.
So that's all it really comes down to. Once you lack the ability to actually smell it, you won't even care.
You won't even
Right.
care.
You can still smell. I spilled some here on the bench probably 6 months ago, and by month 2, I was looking forward to the smell.
I can't stand it. It makes me. It will not leave the shop. It will not leave.
Correct.
Overton, I think I can still smell it off the laptop.
Yeah.
The Ballistol is the English WD-40. Works great. Smells like WD-40 does not stink.
WD-40 smells great too.
I
but
like
it-
WD-40.
also-
Yeah. I can't get down with that.
Ransom says he eats his cereal in Ballistol. Benjamin Brewer's mentally ill. He loves this Ballistol smell. Ballistol is an oil, so any oil soluble scents will help. Yes. Why can't we do like
Essential oil Ballistol.
yeah? Why can't we do white woman Ballistol, lavender scented or something?
Well,
Chuck,
I don't
Chuck
mean
Norris
to
brushes his teeth with it, so
hit the nail on the head here. Jason, you might have a new product to offer.
Yeah. Yep. I'm just not sure how well that would do, but I wonder what it is that makes it stink so bad. It does not smell as good as Brake Clean. You're correct. Brake Clean smells fantastic.
Chlorine substitutes.
So what's Fire Creek Forge carrying today?
well, I've got a canife. Apparently, that's what they're called nowadays.
Yeah.
This is
Look at
this is a Sanmai very similar to the one that you just sold recently.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, but I'm pretty happy about this design. I've been kind of refining it lately, and it's a full grip, so you don't have any issues there. But the blade is just a great all-around size, and it's got the 5200 with the stainless steel cladding. So
Look at that.
I don't know. I really like it. And this is bog oak. It's stabilized bog oak. So it's kind of.
Was that from? Is that from the Shire of somewhere?
No, it's from Ukraine actually.
Really?
Yeah, they've got some peat bogs over there apparently.
So is it like super old, like petrified almost?
It's not petrified. Peat is you know what peat is, right? It's a plant kind of piles up over the years, and they actually carve it out and burn it for fuel in places in the UK and other places. But it has like tannic acids in it, and so a tree falls into the peat bog, and it is preserved and of course darkened. It comes black, and so that it just sits in there for a couple thousand years, and they pull it out and cut it up and sell it. It's preserved and darkened, and you can use it for stuff.
Yeah.
It's not super hard or anything, so I like to stabilize it, but it's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
We were just talking a little bit ago about some of the knives coming out of Ukraine right now. The steels are from the Russian tanks.
Yeah,
That's fun.
yeah. There's a guy on YouTube called SureApp, and he's done a few different builds off of the Occupier's tank barrels or whatever,
Oh, that's just neat.
chopping them up.
Cash Young says, I have a bushcraft that a buddy of mine in North Carolina made for me. What buddy, Cash? I might know him. North Carolina is the central knife making place of the Americas. There's some outliers like Fire Creek Forge in Texas and those other weird places out there, but North Carolina's where it's at. It's just the 50-100 from Benford Tools is a collaboration with Middle Earth Toward Blacksmiths equals Fire Creek Forge. Oh, there you go. Yukon sums it up. He told the secret.
Y'all be some tall dwarves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a reason I'm not seeing the chat, or is it my user error? What's going on here?
It might be. You should just have to hit the. I don't know what it looks like on your end, but there's a chat button on the right hand side for me. And you can click that and it pulls it up.
Yeah, it's
Matt?
not updating.
Or you can
How
keep the stream open, but just mute it.
How are all these people coming from Windex? Master Shredder.
I made it a little short.
Oh, okay. Well, Windex sent you. Welcome, Master Shredder. We do have the Windex here. Right there.
I told him I thought we were going to be talking about Condor the whole time. I shouted out the little Iceman.
Yeah. I thought we were going to be talking about Condor as well, but Mr. Flowers went MIA on me. Which, honestly, it's not abnormal. He's a very eccentric little man.
Those artistic types.
He's very well. He's kind of
the autistic types.
He is. Yeah, he's like a 12-year-old in like a 30-some-year-old's body.
Naturally,
he is very, 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 very energetic guy.
Let's talk about those new Wicked Edges. I just seen those on the website.
They're awesome.
So that's the cheaper model, like
the new one. Yeah, the new WE 140.
So they just came out with that.
Just come out with it. Just got those in
for
the price.
50 grit.
Yeah.
What stones does it come with?
Fire
Does it
Creek.
come with any, or is it just a?
It comes with a set of.
Kit.
It comes. Yeah, that one. The cheap one comes with a 200, 400, I think. Stone.
Okay.
So it's plenty good enough. The radio wants to know, did you try him on the radio?
A 400, 600? Green ones?
Radio, if you even think that he hasn't lost that by now, I don't know what to do. we radio gave Joe at Overland East, gave Joe a radio, and he lost it multiple times. And people would find it and talk back to us. So we would find the radio.
How many times was the clip broken?
Well, it wasn't Mike. It wasn't Mike. The let's see here. We have, let's see.
Oh yeah, a little 200, 400.
Yeah, so I think Fire Creek's the only one out of us that could actually use that 50 grit. He could probably use it. That's some intense. This has been intense sharpening
on the Wicked Edge there.
Yeah. You ever used one?
No, I haven't. But yeah, 50 grit's pretty heavy duty. So
there's a knife maker guy I know here in North Carolina. He used to have like 12 of them set up. That's what they sharpened all their knives on. And he cut the ever-loving crap out of himself. Like, I mean, bad. Like hospital, straight to hospital, bad. He come back and got rid of all of them. But just because he was the master bladesmith, everybody else is just working for him. Like, and he cut himself like super bad. He's like, yeah, this is too much of a liability. I warned everybody, you do not reach across that knife ever for any reason. I have done it.
I wish you were there.
Get in the groove because it's so easy.
Yeah.
I wish you were there the other night. I did a stupid. I'm like, oh, what if I instead of sharpening it this way, setting it in there, what if I do this way and I can like pull towards me? And then I'm sitting here with a knife like this. Like,
yeah.
What if I sneeze?
Cat walks in.
Yeah. straight to the heart. You listen. That heart's borrowed anyway. You don't want to do it. You don't want to mess
Yeah,
that
it's
one
got
up.
a few more blows left in it though.
Oh, did you make anything today, Fire Creek?
Yeah, I'm working on a couple things. I'm actually working on finishing the etch on a big Damascus chopper. I can grab it and show you real quick here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Let's see.
mint pill.
Break out your wallets,
That's how I feel
everybody.
about table saws. Says ready made easy.
Oh man, yeah. Radio cut the end of his finger off with the table saw.
Well, don't do that. I think that's in the instructions.
Man, they make me very uncomfortable. Just being a guitar player. Well, let's blow Fire Creek up here so we can see this.
It's all wet.
Ooh, look at
This
that.
is basically the Hudson Bay. It's a 9-inch version. Hudson Bay
Holy moly.
buoy with in Damascus. It's a custom order, but
Now, what pattern would you call that? Like, I'm not really.
Is that
I'm not
considered
really
a
up on
ladder
Damascus.
or
this is a twist pattern. It's got a couple of thicker layers in there that when you forge it, it kind of gives you this little, these little raindrop deals in there.
Reminds me of like cut stone or something.
Reminds me like an oil slick.
Yeah, well, it's because there. How's that?
Well, not because it's shiny. The pattern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's a tight twist pattern.
What steel do you use for your Damascus?
So this one is, you'll love this, ADCRV2.
Yeah.
15 and 20. The ADCRV2 etches darker than 5100, and this being a chopper blade, and I got all the oxides coming off here, but this being a chopper blade is part of the reason why I use the ADCRV2.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about 400 layers. So
400 layers. Have you ever used that's beautiful? Have you ever used any of that Baker Forge stuff?
like, what do you mean?
Baker Forge Damascus that they make?
No,
It's got the copper and stuff in it.
No, I've done a couple blades with copper in them, but I make my own. I've used probably 6 years ago before I was making it myself. I used some from another maker and it was okay. But
Yeah.
I like to be able to control what actually goes into it and everything. So,
You know the company Alabama Damascus?
yeah.
So I bought, this was earlier this year, I bought a knife secondhand off a guy that was, it was a limited run by this master bladesmith. I'm not going to name. I do not sell his knives anymore, but I got it. And I mean, it sold immediately for like $2,500.
Wow.
But I'm telling you, it was Alabama Damascus. Everybody that looked at it, I had 2 or 3 guys that make knives look at it. They're like, yeah, this is Alabama Damascus. And
Yeah.
that was like, so I'm like, oh my gosh, that's just.
I wouldn't do it the way they do it. I'll just say that.
No, but the Baker Forge stuff, I think it's gotten so trendy. I mean, Luke's got one of their Microtech made with it. But as a whole, I don't really sell too many of those. There's a lot of makers out there that's just getting that stuff and, water jetting it out. And
Yeah. No,
that's
I
what she is.
think it was Monday. I put this billet together and anyway, yeah.
I think it looks really good. The copper and stuff looks really good on the Microtech though, because it's so small. Like everything is very, very small.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's made here in North Carolina. I mean, it's a cool thing. But yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
Look at it. It's kind of got that copper semi
Yep.
deal going on. It's pretty cool.
Fuck.
It's pretty sweet. Look at that. I mean, that's a cool looking knife. But
There we go. I found it.
Oh, you found
On
it.
the angle.
Hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
Look at that. To me, that's really cool. And it's cool to see like a Microtech with something other than like Vegas Forge.
Not there.
But I think that was a cool way for Microtech to bring up the value of some of these select models that they're doing.
Yeah.
Because it looks really cool.
Speaking of value, what was that knife that was sent to Overton? We were talking about that the other night, Luke. That sub $200, right at $200 knife, and now even the Benchmades are
Oh,
$300. So
Benchmade just did a whole big price hike.
yeah, they did this year.
That knife right there is probably the best pocket knife I sell
I think that's probably the best like budget buy too.
for under two. Even the nice ones are under. Now they offered up one. They sent me an email today and offered up it was a carbon fiber handle with DLC. It was slick DLC blade, and I think it was going to be like a $400 version. But the for sub 200, no, I don't like carbon fiber. But as a sub $200 knife, that is where it's at.
I think you're now, crazy to get like a PM2 or a 940. Personally, I fucking hate the 940, but whatever. But in that $200 price range, sub 200, you get M390. What are you doing with your life? And this is also the sharpest knife I have ever felt out the box.
Yeah, it's sharp. It's got a really good profile on it too. They did a fantastic job. It's just got a strong end of the blade's really strong on the end. It's the Microtech MSI. That
MSI.
Elijah. Yeah.
I'm still a fan of the 940, which could go both ways for some people. It gets lost in my pocket, which, like I said, that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, when you need it, it's lost in your pocket. But
yep. As soon as it's pretty sharp. So, how do you sharpen your knives, Fire Creek? Belt grinder.
Well, so when I finish a knife, I put the initial bevel on with like a 220 grit belt on the belt grinder, and then what I've been using lately,
because your stuff is sharp as all get out. It is. It's very sharp.
Like 2x72 belts.
Yeah, 2x72 grinder, and then once I do that, I have this Sharpo. You can't see it. It says Sharpo on it. And it's got a 320 grit on one side and a 1200 on the other side. And I just sit there and scrape it out by hand. And then my strop, I showed you the compound I use on that the other day here. This is what I use for strop compound. And that's what I do. So
I think I saw you were using Mother's.
Yeah, this is what I use for compound. I've tried the green stick, you know.
That is the goated.
I think you
got mechanics using that.
I think it sparked some interest in some of our signal groups for sure. The stropping compound.
It just works really good. It really polishes nice. Polishes that edge up.
Yeah, I like a good strop, man. That's the ticket. I'm getting some double-sided strops made right now. There'll be kangaroo on one side and then regular leather on the other.
I have this one. Have I ever showed you this one? It's a four-sided.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yep.
I forget
what would it take to get something with a handle? And I've actually thought about putting a handle on both ends because, you know, you start using it on one side and then the compound kind of gets left on the other and I want to flip it around, you know, just an idea. I use mine on the tabletop most of the time.
Yep. It's best. The strops that come with the Wicked Edge, they're pretty slick too. Have you used them at all, Luke?
These guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Did you use the compound that come with them?
Yeah.
That's pretty scary. Like that makes the knife scary.
It does make the knife scary.
Like when you're done, you take it all the way to like 2,000 and then throw that leather to it. It's like, whew.
I take it all the way to 3,000 and then glass.
Yeah.
And then, through the work sharps and then to 2 micron or 4 micron and then to 2 micron and then to 1 micron and then half a micron. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It gets scary.
Are you doing that with like your kitchen knives too, or?
No, fuck. Those are my wife's knives.
Okay, not you have your own kitchen knives, right?
No.
Why not?
They're on the way.
Come on, man.
I already told. To be honest, because I don't fucking. To be honest, because I use what's in my pocket.
Well, yeah.
He was cutting a steak up with his Skinner the other day. Did you see that Fire Creek?
I did see that. Yeah, it was a little overdone.
It was not.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
No, the one where you use the lock saw.
Yeah.
A little too much heat on there.
It was like, do you really eat it that raw?
Oh.
I think
Are you asking me that?
Did you see the other video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did that in response to everybody saying the other one was overcooked.
Oh, I see.
I did it. Screw me for doing a steak medium for fajitas. I mean, my lord.
No, it wasn't too bad. Everybody that was commenting, they don't eat their steak that raw.
No, of course
they were just pretending.
Especially in a ribeye, it's like, okay, so you've got raw fat. Like, you haven't rendered the fat.
No.
If you see red in the middle, well, if it's soft red in the middle.
No. I just don't like the the blood. I mean, if you let it rest long enough, it'll suck back up in there. But
medium rare all day.
Medium rare is good.
Yeah, you do that when you open the vacuum sealed package, you pour out in a glass and enjoy that. No, I cook the steaks.
So the reason I asked about the kitchen knives is because I don't know if you try the difference, but a lot of guys like to leave the edge a little more toothy.
No, yeah, I only go to 1500 light passes, which is more than probably most people would want. But I like skin and tomatoes. But yeah, I only go to 1500 on kitchen canapes.
Yeah, so I like to either do the Arkansas Stone or the 1200 here, but I do like to hit it with the strop a little bit. I mean, you're not going to polish out all those teeth, but you are going to smooth them up a little bit, and I think that works pretty good. But
yeah, we're going to get sciencey about it here pretty soon. I got the best tester, the sharpness tester. That's on the way, and a microscope.
Oh, nice.
With a special light for that too. So we're going to experiment with this wicked edge quite a bit.
See, I put too much compound on here. It's coming off, but it kind of works in a little bit. And once it dries out, then you can just kind of wipe the blade on, wax off, Anyway, that's what I use. But I mean, for general use in woodwork and stuff, I do like to hit it with the strop pretty good, just because that polished edge will last a little bit longer, and you don't need that toothy edge necessarily.
Yep. Yeah, totally familiar. As sharp as you can get is rarely the best option. Now, for something you pull out to make hairs pop off your forearm, on something like that, that's basically just for show. I use the shit out of it.
I was shaving my arms with your axes. It was crazy. Those axes are dangerous, man. They're ridiculously sharp. I mean, it's you can just rub it down your arm and it just shaves.
Yeah, I strop those too, and those are super easy to strop because they're only. Yeah. I mean, not only they're 1060 steel, which is something like what you want for an axe.
But I refuse to believe that
they take the strop real nice, so they're super easy to get like that too.
Did your axes show up yet, Luke?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Those are all gone now, those axes?
Yep, got a few more inbound.
All right.
So, he said you're sending me some different lengths too. So you get a 12, a 14, and a long.
Yeah, there's some nice little. They're a small carving hatchet, so just a great little size for a pack or whatever. Same head shape, just smaller as the full size carving hatchet.
Yeah, it's slick. I'm gonna keep one of those little ones for myself for next to the wood stove. All the time having to split a little kindling.
Yeah, Ransom asks when is it coming in?
I don't.
I
I
can't
don't
see
know.
the chat over here. I have to go to the YouTubes and look at the chat. Some people are asking about the Damascus knife that I showed you.
Yeah, how many? Somebody said how many dollars does that cost?
$7 at least.
So that particular, and so whenever I quote a price, it's always subject to change and whatever.
Yeah.
But that particular one, when the person ordered it, they paid $1,200 for that knife.
Yep.
So
It's a kick butt deal.
That's well, yeah, it is. I think I'm a pretty dang good value in the handmade blade and axe department right now, but
I was going to say,
you know my thoughts about your knives and everything. I think it is insane value.
I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I try to be. The reason is because I want to build it and I want people to use the knives, and it's just where we're at right now. So that's where I can make them and make a living.
I was going to say, I'll put an order right now for that exact same knife. $1,200 all day, $1,500 sold.
There you go.
Well, shoot me an email.
I can't be held to certain. I'll send you $1,500 whenever it's done.
Just send it to me when it's done.
No, I don't charge. I don't do the whole thing. I don't do the whole price up front on customs. I do a deposit, and then when it's done,
whatever it is, bill me somehow. I want one. That's a kitchen knife, right?
Yeah.
I want it. Can be.
That's straight. That's straight from woods to table knife. You can kill it. Kill an animal with it.
Isn't one already on the way to you, Jason?
Yeah, the wrought iron samurai.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's a little bunka, Japanese style. Very slicey. Very thin.
Be Italian.
Oh, 1880s wrought iron. I think I sent you a text, Jason, but I checked with the place that I got that from. It's circa 1880s wrought iron.
Slick.
I did a little short on wrought iron. It's interesting how many people don't understand what that actually is.
Enlighten the chat.
Well, wrought iron is pure iron, like very, very, very small amount of carbon content, maybe, but basically pure iron. And it's got a relatively large quantity of slag in it, which is mostly silicon dioxide or silica. And, when it's wrought or drawn out or whatever, it sort of imparts a fibrous nature to the wrought iron, and which is, if you start working with it or even look at like the old anchor chains or whatever, they've got this wood grain look to them, and that's the reason. So, but that's what wrought iron is. So
it looks really good. You gonna do any more like that?
Yeah, actually, when I have time, I want to do a small axe project with a wrought iron body and a forge welded steel bit, maybe even like a Damascus.
Send that to me.
So I haven't made it yet. So yeah, but yeah, I want to do a video on that because I think that'd be pretty cool. But then I also had some other ideas for the wrought iron.
I love the look of it. Yeah, it looks really, really cool.
Too, your prices are so insane that just like I would want whatever the thing that you've always wanted to make but could never justify, just as stupid and insane, like 10,000 layers of Damascus and then a 10-layer meteorite Damascus and then whatever. I want an insane kitchen knife. And if that thing was $1,200, then sure, just blank check, whatever it is you come up with.
You ever do any Damascus kitchen? Like, hold on, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've actually got a set that I got to finish a custom order. Yeah, I got a lot of knives to make.
I like it.
But it's a good problem to have, right?
I like it. I've been super, super, super thrilled. I think we shot a short today on the Nesmic. So
Nice.
I don't know if you like my logo. It is there's a Nesmic in the logo, and I've never had a proper Nesmic. So
yeah,
I really like. Can you re-explain your philosophy on your steel choice here? You said some stuff that was super interesting. Like you made it's a deliberate choice for a deliberate knife. It doesn't have. It's different from like ADCR V2 for a specific reason.
So I chose 50-100 for my sort of flagship steel. And everything from, well, all of my like outdoor hunting knives and everything like that. And then it works well for kitchen knives and everything too. But there's like 4 or 5 different reasons why I chose 50-100 and above other steels. And there's other great steels out there. Don't get me wrong, but you got to pick something right to work with. And I wanted some sort of consistency across the board. And so the first one was, if you can't get the steel, then it doesn't matter how great it is. It doesn't work. Like we were talking about MagnaCut, how that, probably won't, but could potentially be going away because, or all the other steels that, what are they called again?
Super Steels.
Makes. That company makes, since if they're going to go under, 50-100 is very widely produced steel because it's used so much in industry. So it's not going away anytime soon. It's been around for over 100 years. So availability, workability, and I wanted to I forge a lot of knives. 50-100 forges well. It also works well for stock removal. And with the proper equipment, it is pretty simple to heat treat. You do have to have a heat-controlled, time-controlled kiln, but that's not a big deal. So workability, user friendliness, and I wanted to stay within the carbon steel family. I like carbon steels. They sharpen easy. They take a really keen edge, assuming they're heat treated properly, and they're just easy for people if they're out in the field or whatever to put a good edge back on it. You can use your strop on it. You're not going to sit there for half an hour trying to put an edge back on like some of these super steels, which might hold an edge longer, but when you do have to sharpen it, it's a big pain in the butt, and that's not so great. Cost was one of the things. Again, there's steels that do amazing things and everything like that, depending on who you listen to. But they can be very expensive, and that drives the overall cost of the blade up. Makes it a little less accessible. I think was that 4 things. It's kind of the gist of it. So just a good choice in my opinion. And then over 80 CRV2, the difference there is that 50-100 has 1% carbon in it, which is 2.2% more than 80 CRV2. And 80 CRV2 is a great steel also, and I use it for bigger choppers and stuff. But the 50-100 is going to provide a little bit more abrasion resistance with that extra carbon, and therefore better edge retention in a lot of cases. And so, and it's also extremely tough. It's not quite as tough as 80 CRV2, but it's up there. So overall, a really great steel in my opinion.
I knock MagnaCut all the time, but that is what I carry. I carry a folder.
So is EPM
no choice?
Like all of their plants, or is it just one? I thought I read it was just one plant.
I think they only have one plant. They're not a huge company. I don't know who they're owned by. I want to say like Niagara Steel or something like that. I expect somebody will buy them.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Who makes M390? Is that Boiler Steel?
I don't know.
I wonder if they'll buy them. That would be so funny if
China?
they did. No, not at all. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
It's European, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I gotta go do dad stuff here real fast. I don't know how long you guys are gonna be on, but I can just mute my mic and be back in a minute, or
do it.
Peace out, one of the two.
You can leave and join. You can join back in wherever.
Yeah, you can join back in.
Okay. All right, cool.
See you. Yeah, well, Wisco, that is a super nice kept part.
He didn't leave.
To echo what he said, though, this was the first knife I got before I really knew anything, and it's a CPM 110 V, and it's the absolute worst thing to sharpen. So it's been
We said
my
154.
letter opener now that I don't want to sharpen it anymore.
Is that a you said that was 154? Is that one of those PM3s?
It's a pair 3.
The blue one.
It's a CPM 110V. I don't know if you can see that very well.
I never liked that knife. That was one of my least favorite ones they've ever done.
Like the whole knife itself or the steel?
That steel.
Yeah, it's a terrible steel. Like I said, I thought before I knew anything, I just thought, hey, it's more expensive. That means it's better. So
yeah,
that's not the case.
I have sharpened this knife once, and I detest it. I detest that steel. I just
so
don't
what's
like
your thoughts on so crew wear is a CPM steel?
Yeah.
What thoughts on crew wear?
I've never had a crew wear knife, so I can't. I've never used one.
We can change that. I've got a pair of 3 in crew wear. You can test out.
I've got a crew wear pair of 3 at the shop. I think I just never. Is that not? It's kind of like Magna Cut, but it doesn't have as it's not as stainless.
So if you look at all of the graphs, right, of the steels that they have your what is the 4 attributes of I forget what they are, but retention, hardness, and then I can't remember durability, whatever they are. To me, crew wear was one of the toughest steels.
It is tough, yeah.
That could actually, which is usable without being retaining sharpness without being brittle as well.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah. And that's kind of what Magna Cut does too.
Yeah, Magna Cut's another well-rounded steel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of why, which back when I was looking for crew wear, Magna Cut wasn't a thing. So
the Magna Cut, I just firmly believe it's a fad steel. I think it'll be here and it's going to be gone. I think it'll be here and then it'll be gone. We don't have to worry about it.
Hardness, toughness, or impact resistance, wear resistance, and corrosion resistance.
Okay.
You can put this in the ocean for months and it will look exactly the same when you bring it out. It's incredible.
I get the idea because I've got some buddies who own charter boats, and I mean
this right here for a dive knife or anything, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to. I mean, I just think it's fad.
I didn't know the idea around. Has everybody seen the snub nosed on the Spydercos for their their salt editions?
Yeah.
So I didn't know what that was for, basically, and they're all serrated. Basically, they're just for cutting rigging lines. So I didn't know that. Without stabbing yourself, and if a wave hits you.
Yeah. I guess Luke bowed out. Just poof. There he goes. Yep. Well, there we go. Looks like we're
all out of knife topics.
I am too.
I have one knife topic-y thing I can contribute. When and this is a one-day thing, and I think I asked you about this before, Jason, and you were like, I think that's a bad idea, but we'll see again. But when my granddad passed, he had one of those old pole saws,
and
he had all these dados and giant blades and everything, and so they're older American steel stuff. Because I know he was into that. I was thinking about one of these days stenciling out a knife profile and taking a stab at making
Yeah, I don't know what it would do. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of guys make them out of like saw blades and stuff. So
that's a good point. Radio Made Easy. Underestimate how far a good name goes. He's talking about the marketing of Magna Cut.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are the other steels are crazy stupid names.
Yep.
That's a good point.
Well, guys, it's 10:30. And
that's pretty late over there.
It's pretty late over here. That's right coast, guys. It's pretty late.
Nick says D2 steel, yes or no for a fun knife?
No. I say no.
No explanation, just a no.
Yeah, I think it's junk steel. It's okay for a cheap knife, I guess. There's too much Chinese made D2 out there. And I'm not so sure it's D2. So all right. I'm peacing out. Thanks, guys.
See you guys later.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for standing in for Joe. We won't tell him.